Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my microphone is not muted today. I'm doing good. How are you all doing today? I hope you're well. Well, my curtain just decided to fall. Welcome in to the channel. So, what are we doing this week? First, I need to clear everything from there. So let's do that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let me do that. I'm a bit of a silly, you know. One of those things, you know. But yes, for those of you who are just dropping in, welcome in. So this is going to be a co-working, co-studying stream. For those of you who are new, what we do here is 20 minutes of focus, followed by 15 minutes of relaxation time, break time, during which, you know, we do pretty much whatever you need to do. If you need to go for a walk, if you need to get a drink, whatever it is, then that's the time to do it. We always start off with a bit of chat and warm-up time where we catch up from, you know, the previous day and find out what everyone's been doing. This is, of course, our first stream of the week and our first stream of February as well, which is pretty cool. So how was y'all's weekends? Did you have a good time? Get up to anything? Play games? Relax? It's all good, and it's what I like to hear. So basically, what I did was, hold on, I'm trying to find, there it is. But yes, what I did was, over the weekend, we visited with some family, and that's pretty much it. To be honest, we yeah, I worked out with some family, and you know, not worked out, sorry, brain, I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. But yes, so basically what we did was I worked on things, we did at home things. We cleaned out the attic, which was good. It's completely cleaned out now. It looks really nice. And we also did visiting with family, visiting with friends, had lunch at one friend's house, and then went over to another friend's house and visited in the evening. It's just absolute loads of fun. And that's it, really. That is pretty much it. Pretty much what I did this weekend. Didn't get a whole lot of work done. I took Paul. Paul and I walked. We went on a walk this weekend as well, over to so that he could, you know, to corner shop, so that he could get a little bit of food in that he needed. And yeah, the weekend was also spent with Paul waiting on his new Furby, which arrived today. Unfortunately, he's like, you know, where is Furby all day? He's like, where is Furby? Where is Furby? Saturday all day Sunday, and it arrived today. So he's gonna be very, very happy when he gets home from college. He really is. Hello, Opting. Woohoo, new Furby. Yes, it is called the Purple Plum Fairy Furby. It is by far the most expensive Furby that he has bought so far. And we'll see how he gets on. Yeah, we'll see how, you know, if he likes it, and if he ends up buying more that's even more expensive, we'll have to wait and see. But this is his 10th Furby now. 10. He's gonna run out of space soon. Opting, it's very purple according to what the Purple Plum Fairy. It is indeed very, very purple. It is just pure pure purple. Absolute pure purple. And it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. Now I am trying to find, there it is. I think that's what I want. Okay. I was trying to find, I over the weekend, my computer was not playing, well, my browser decided to not play ball over the weekend. So I cleared the cache, and I'm trying to get over to the super sweet bots, my home base, so that I can, you know, check the commands and stuff like that. And yeah, it just don't. You know, just, you know, you should never clear the cache. Never clear your browser's cache unless you absolutely have to, because it signed me out. Even though I told it, you know, don't delete cookies, it still signed me out of every single website. So yeah, loads of fun. But anyway, how are you doing, Optin? You all right? And Augie as well. Greetings. How are you? How is your 400 pages transcription thing coming along, Augie? And Jeebs is here. Welcome in, Jeebs. Often you try to overcome your feelings of abandonment after getting up at 5:30 this morning, only to find out that this is the day Muir skips his morning stream. Yeah, sorry about that. I did post it over on Discord and Blue Sky and YouTube community tab, just to make sure that y'all could find it easily. But yeah. Yeah, I had an appointment, a phone appointment at 11 o'clock this morning that I didn't find out about until I got the reminder text. They're like, we sent you the appointment letter, and I'm like, what appointment letter? I do not remember receiving an appointment. They sent it to me in December. They sent me this appointment letter back in December. I'm like, I've slept since then, you know? So yeah, it was a thing. And Augie, you're not great. You had food poisoning this weekend. Oh no. I'm really sorry to hear that, Augie. I hope you're feeling better though. Yeah, I'm echoing Opting. What did you eat that gave you food poisoning? Was it something with mayo? This is why anytime I had food poisoning. The last time I had food poisoning was when I lived in the States, and I had a burger, and it was a really nice burger. It had a sourdough bread bun, and it had cheese and bacon, and it was just really, really nice. But it had mayo in it, and it had been under the heat lamp for who knows how long, and the mayo was off. And that's what gave me the food poisoning. It was a rough 24 hours, let me tell you. Astana, hello, how are you? Augie, you had a Chinese takeaway Saturday night. Everything is still going through you. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Augie. If the symptoms don't get better by like end of today, I would say go to A&E. Like if you're still being ill, and such, you know, then yeah, I would definitely go to A&E, because that's Saturday, that's nearly 48 hours. So hopefully you start feeling better soon. Like I said, if not, definitely go to the hospital, and at least there they can, you know, check you for dehydration and make sure that you know that you're okay. Your belly is so bloated and painful. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Augie. It's not fun. Food poisoning definitely is not fun. Astana, you're in the middle of class, but it's a break, so it's fine. Oh, fantastic. How is class coming along? Is it all right? So I need to I need to do something is what I need to do. Let's see. So we need to set we need to do that and do clear done. There we are. That's made all the nice tasks, all the done tasks disappear. It's so nice to see done tasks disappear off that list, isn't it? And Augie, you didn't sleep that well last night. I believe it. I definitely believe it. Astana, it's about verbs and it's slightly confusing. Verbs are confusing. So a verb is an action word and or actions. So I think, yeah. So like jump, jumping, and all that wonderful stuff. Then there's adverbs, which are just make even more or less sense. I'm trying to remember back from when I was taking grammar back in like 30 years ago. I speak good. You'll get there, Astana. You will get there. Augie, by the way, you're up to 160 out of 400. Nice. And Astana, you're doing finite and non-finite verbs. Oh, lovely. Oh, I don't blame you for being slightly confused. Finite and infinite verbs. Oh, geez. Or non-finite verbs, whatever you want to call them. Yikes. Yeah. I hated grammar when I was in high school and college. Absolutely hated that part of English lit. Well, yeah, because in the States, anyway, you take English in high school, and it's part of the year it's lit, literature, and part of the year is they teach you grammar. And then when you go to high school, you have two different classes. One is English grammar and one is English literature. I hated the grammar part. Yeah. Astana, you actually love the grammar part? I'm not gonna judge. Augie, it has all changed since you were at school. Yeah. From what I understand, yeah, it's. I mean, I'm sure. Well, British schools for start here in the UK totally different from when I was in high school in the States, and I'm sure that things in the States, the way that they teach kids in the States, have changed completely since I was in school there as well. It's so much fun. It really is. Okay, my friends, are we ready for our first study part of the day? I'm going to set the timer. If I can remember how to set the timer. It's one of those days. I swear it is. I'm having... Today is Monday. Today is 100% Monday. But it's okay. It's fine. It's because we didn't have a morning stream. Usually I trip over myself first thing in the morning on Mondays. And since we didn't have a morning stream, I'm tripping all over myself now. So that's my, that's what I'm saying. I'm sticking to it. Opting, did Augie go to school in France? Probably explains the differences in the language component. Oh dear, oh dear. All right, I'm hitting that button. Let's go. New. I didn't want that. Hold on. Anyway, microphone's going on mute, my friends. I will see you all in 20 minutes. I'll change the pomo later. And we finished our first 20-minute of focus time. So, yes. My first task of today is to go through Wisebot because a lot has changed over on Wisebot. I no longer have the subscription to Wisebot Premium, because I could no longer afford it, to be honest. It's like Super Sweet Bot is $5 a month, and Wisebot is like, I think Wisebot's gone up to, I don't even know what they've gone up to. Let me just check. They've gone up to €5 per month, ex VAT. So yeah, it's just I can't afford more than that, one bot. So yeah, that I canceled Wisebot last month, or last year. Plus, I'm trying to find a bot that does everything Wisebot does, and is as good as Wisebot, if not better, that also handles YouTube. I cannot find any bot that does both YouTube and Twitch, that does the same thing on each channel. It's like it doesn't exist, but it's fine. So, how are you all getting along on your work thing? I hope you're doing okay. Remember, you can use Super Sweet Bot. It does remember you for, I believe, across channels as well, which is always good. So yeah, please feel free to use Super Sweet Bot, even off stream. Like if I'm not here, if we're not live streaming, you can still use Super Sweet Bot in the chat. Just to let you all know. And sometimes you'll even see me using Super Sweet Bot during when, like, on Thursdays and Fridays during the day. I'll use Super Sweet Bot, well, to help me get some daytime work done. Like, so yeah, it's loads of fun. But there you go. So I've got, yeah, like I said, I'm working today on Wisebot. A lot has changed with Wisebot. A lot of it is locked under their prescription model, which is fine. I don't blame them. But one of the things that I I was doing during our first focus time was working on announcements. Now, Wisebot, as a free member of Wisebot, you can have Wisebot do different announcements. There we go. In your, and you write a list of things, and it works really, really well. So you can set the list of announcements that Wisebot will make, at an interval. So I've got it set one announcement every 10 minutes or every 50 messages, which is pretty cool. But I've got 3 announcements. That's one of them. Says, we use Super Sweet Bot to help us get things done. Type !sweet in the chat to get started, which, it works. And then I've got an announcement saying how, explaining that Super Sweet Bot isn't free. And if you want to contribute, you can type !tip in the chat, or you can subscribe to the channel, or throw bits or super thanks or super chat, if you're over on YouTube, to help me pay for the bot, which has already happened. Jeebs and my brain isn't working. Jeebs and I'm gonna have to check. Jeeves and a few people have, a couple other people have done it. My brain is not letting me remember who it was. I remember Jeeves because Jeeves is in the chat today. But that's, yeah. But yeah, it is, I really, really appreciate it. Jeeves and Arena, that's it. Both of them helped pay for the first 2 months of Super Sweet Bot, so I'm really, really appreciative of that. And then I've got a third announcement about the Portal Project challenge, and just kind of, explaining that a little bit, saying that it's a challenge I made to keep me on track while playing specific games. And it says, I put the announcement. It started as a Sims 4 challenge and has now been extended to Minecraft. Um, and I'm having problems coming up with other announcements. So if you all have any other announcements that you think I should make, please let me know. And I'll add those. But I think those three are pretty good. But yeah, I can't think of anything else. The only thing I can think of is talking about Paul, and that how Paul is doing Friday streams now. And that's really the only thing I can think of. And while I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna type that out because I will forget. So let me just do that real quick. I can't type. There we go. Okay, so that's 4. That is 4 announcements now. I think that's enough to be getting on with. But yeah, that is my job for today, is just going through Wisebot and checking every single option and see if I can find any new stuff that any new stuff that makes sense to have, I think. Just it's a bit, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to go through with with Wisebot. There really is. There's just so much integration and options, and I just really wish that the creator of Wisebot would use it for YouTube as well. Here's to hoping. Same thing with Super Sweet Bot. I would love for Super Sweet Bot to be able to work on YouTube. Because I think that those of you over on YouTube would really enjoy Super Sweet Bot. And just the ease that it is. Yeah, I mean, it makes getting through your to-do list super sweet and super sweet, Super Sweet Bot. Yeah, but yeah, it makes getting through your to-do list so easy and almost gamified, and it's really cool. I like it. So we've got a lot of simming news, by the way. There's been a lot of news as far as the Sims are concerned, and also Paralives. So in the next break, we will I'll take a look at we'll take a look at the latest Sims 4 news, as well as the latest Paralives news as well. So Sims 4 news probably on this coming up break, and then the break after that we'll probably look at Paralives. I am so looking forward to Paralives when it releases later on. I really am. There's just, it's coming out in May, and I am so looking forward to it. It's just, yeah. Cannot wait for it to come out. And just the things that they've shown lately on their Discord and over on their Patreon is just seriously awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely be taking a look at all of that in the next coming breaks. So, and speaking of breaks, Max, what games have you been playing lately? So I've really gotten into, oh, what is it called? Loop Hero. I've really gotten into Loop Hero, and I'm just finding myself continuously going into that game. Anytime I have some spare moments to play to play a game, I open up Loop Hero, and it's simple, but the more you play it, the more you realize that it's under the surface, it is really complex. So, highly recommend. If you all like roguelites and graphically simple pixel type games, definitely recommend. It's super easy to pick up, super easy to learn, and then you can go down into the surface and learn all of the different things. Like if you put one type of land down, so like if you put sand down next to trees, it creates something new. If you put so many types of rocks together, it creates something new. And yeah, it's just very, you can really get in depth, and make it complicated. But if you just want to play the game, then you can just stay on that surface level, which is still loads of fun. It's one of those, oh, I'll just go one more time around, because the idea of it is you're a person and it's called Loop Hero because you're a hero and you're walking around on a path that goes in a loop, and you just constantly go around this loop and you kill enemies and you place down different cards that have different things like buildings or uh, surroundings, and all of those buildings and all of those surroundings give you things and create more monsters to fight. And there's a story as well, so there's a progression story that you unlock by doing certain things. It's just loads of fun. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And it's super cheap as well. It's not that bad as far as price. Let me check the price real quick. So Loop Hero is currently, oh yeah, there you go. It's currently less than £3 over on Steam. It's at 80% off sale right now. So if you're looking into, if you're thinking of getting it, get it now. # not sponsored. Because yeah, it is 80% off right now, and it's super cheap. They even have a demo. You can download the demo, try it, and if you like it, then buy it. Definitely worthwhile getting though. It's so much fun. Absolutely love the game. You'll get addicted. Trust me, you will 100% get addicted. And I know I'm like, oh, it's I'm all into my cozy games, but it's definitely not. It's not a cozy game, but at the same time, it's fun to play. Jeeves, you've been playing Elite Dangerous, yeah. How have you kept coming on with that? Have you gotten any more anxiety by looking at all of the unexplored systems on the map? And how did your the thing that you were doing, your was it exploration event? How did that go? All right, we are winding down our first break of the day. Jeeves, you made the waypoint. Oh, fantastic! Because I know you had posted in the Discord about being late for it, so I'm glad you got there just in time despite missing the bus. Awesome. Glad you got it there in the end. That is, if you had missed it, you would have been kicking yourself. So yeah. So could you have actually missed the event then if you would have if you hadn't gotten to the waypoint, would you have completely missed it? Because if so, that's a bit too bad type of thing. All right, let's continue um with our next focus session, my friends. As always, the microphone will be muted, and I will see you all in 20. Jeebs, you could have missed it. You were planning on hitting a waypoint by a certain time and date. Ah, and you, if you had missed that, then you would have missed the complete event. Wow, that sucks, man. But I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you got there. Anyway, more after the break. Exactly. See you all in 20 minutes. Where's my button? There it is. And that is our second focus for this afternoon. All right, my friends, I'm going to BRB because I need to take a quick comfort break. So give me 1 minute. And while I'm gone, feel free to type in the chat what all you've got done in the last 20 minutes. Lol. Hi, Bees. How you doing? You woke up in the last 20 minutes. I mean, it is like morning over there. So I don't blame you for only waking up in the last 20 minutes. I mean, for me, it's like 2 o'clock. Sorry, it's after 3 o'clock in the afternoon over here, so I've been up for a while. How you doing, Bees? You okay? Glad as always to see you here. We do have an ad break, by the way. I do apologize, but ads must happen if you're on Twitch. I hate it, but there you go. But yes, my brain just completely went dead. But yeah, did you have a good weekend, Bees? What have you been up to, if you don't mind me asking? So we're looking over at I'm gonna turn on my monitor so y'all can see it. Dead Bees, you started playing Kenshi last night. I have heard of Kenshi, yes. Is it any good? I haven't played it, but I have heard of it. What do you think of it? So, there we go. Looking at new Sims 4 news while we're here. The Royalty and Legacy DLC is being released later on this month. We've got the official Royalty and Legacy build trailer. Now, I'm not going to play the trailer right now. Y'all can go over, if you want, over to the Sims YouTube channel and watch that yourself. But it's basically showcases all of the different lots and build features that's going to be included with the new pack. And yeah, it just seriously looks so good. Everything in there just looks great. I mean, look at this. For example, this is Dumbele Palace. It's on a 50 by 50 lot, and it's in the neighborhood of Dumbale in the new pack, which is, I mean, this is gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Bees, hard to say, it's a bit dull the way you've been playing Kenshi, but that's because you're playing it safe and learning non-combat. Okay. I mean, it sounds interesting because, hold on. Yeah, it sounds interesting to me because a lot of people don't play games non-combatively. If you can swing a sword or shoot a gun in video games, most people are gonna do it. So the fact that you're trying to learn it in non-combatively is really interesting to me. I do like watching people play, non-combat run-throughs of different video games. It's always fun to watch, and also very challenging. So, but yeah, that's Dumbale Palace. And that's then we got the Abrantes Estate by Plumbob Kingdom, who is a Sims creator, and this is the finished version of the Abrantes Estate, and this is a 30 by 30 lot. How gorgeous is that? That is seriously beautiful. I am in awe, absolute awe of the talent of builders in The Sims 4. Then there's Lakeview Apartments. There's 2 apartment lots, and 1 apartment lot was showcased um, in the official trailer. And Lakeview Apartments is 2 units, one size 23 by 15 and one is 28 by 15. And here's the 28 by 15 lot. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is, that's the 28 by 15, yeah. Then there's a new lot type called the back rooms in this new DLC, and it's so weird, the back rooms lot type. It's basically you've got what looks like a library or a museum or a park by day, and then at night you've got the back room, which opens up and turns into a nightclub, you know? So here is a nice study, you know, internet cafe, library style thing. And then at night it turns into this, which is just a club, you know? Which is freaking awesome. So I love the fact that you can basically have a library or a museum or something by day and at night turn into a speakeasy. Seriously awesome. Deadbees, you'll stream Kenshi once you understand it better. It is an odd game. There isn't a lot of depth in things that you can do, but the combat is interesting, and you will mod the heck out of it eventually. I don't blame you. You gotta, I mean, if a game can be modded, then why not mod it, right? Especially, you know, I mean, if you're on console, then yeah, of course you're gonna be stuck. But on PC, most games on PC are moddable, so if you can do it, and you can make the game more fun or enjoyable, then by all means, go for it, you know. But yeah, this new backroom lot type looks really, really good in the DLC. I'm really looking forward to diving into that and figuring out exactly how to do it and, you know, what it can be used for and all that wonderful stuff. So then I'm using the Sims community website, by the way, for this news, just because it's easier using, you know, going through what they say in their description of the news is a lot easier than me trying to come up with it in my own words, especially on days like today when I have problems saying my own words. So there you go. But yeah, there's been some extended pack features that the Sims team have shared. So they've released an extended list of the Sims 4 Royalty and Legacy key pack features. So the dynasties. Any Sim, a young adult or older, can start a dynasty, and as head of the dynasty, they're the only ones who can set the values, perks, choose an heir, or designate outcasts. So basically, you can disown your family members if you create your own dynasty. It's really, really interesting. You can decide which family members can be part of the dynasty, and you can expel members. So if a Sim is in a dynasty and breaks away to start their own, they'll inherit some prestige from the original, and when you start a dynasty, you'll be able to name it and customize the crest and motto. This is very medieval style, you know, royalty stuff in this new upcoming DLC. So there's values and prestige. Ideals reflect how dynasty members are expected to behave and are tied to different activities, careers, and actions. And when you live up to the values by working on the right skills, then the dynasty gains prestige. And there's 10 levels, and the higher the level, the more perks you get, like private tutors and inheritable traits. There's 2 dynasty roles: heirs and outcasts. Heirs inherit the headship, and outcasts barely affected at all. Nobility, there's duties and favor. So nobility is an active 10-level career and a way of life. And you have daily tasks, which include holding court using a throne, holding press conferences using podiums, reading and replying to mail, donating to the kingdom fund, adjusting taxes, granting titles, enacting decrees, and more. Then we've got rivalries. There might be maybe some holding the titles that you want to advance to. These are your rivals, and there are 3 ways to get around them: diplomacy, scheming, and duels. Diplomacy will involve encouraging or pressuring your rival to abdicate. Scheming involves learning about your rival's scandal and extorting them, and dueling them is challenging them to a contest of swordsmanship. Then there's power shifts that can affect a noble's rank or favor. Sims can seek out a mystical sword in a stone called Sim Caliber. Can you believe that? It's mad, isn't it? And if the sword deems them worthy, become the kingdom leader. They can kiss frogs, and in the hope that you find a noble frog, which turns into a sim. Or you can experience a ballroom dance in crystal shoes. And all of these can lead to an upgrade in title as well as love. You can take on something called Anansi's Trials, or find the Enchanted Mirror and take your chances on that for either reward or punishment. There's Scandals that's in this upcoming DLC. So if your sim do something scandalous, like have a secret child, you can either, it says if your sims keep it to themselves, it might blow over, or rumors might swirl. So other sims might witness the deed, like you kissing a frog, for example, or discover the secret by hacking your PC, rummaging through your trash, or asking around. And they can choose to extort your sim, or you can choose to extort other sims and expose the scandal if they don't comply, which is just absolutely, drama. Can we just say absolute drama? Sims team have also released about managing scandals. So when a scandal breaks, the sim at the center of it will be affected. They might face judgment from other sims and lose relationships, career progress, or even sword fighting duels. Their prestige will suffer if they're in a dynasty. Nobles can lose titles. It's just absolutely awesome. There's extortion, so you can threaten to expose a secret to create a scandal. And B's Sims 4 Mean Girls Edition. Yes. Oh my god, yes. You could totally totally recreate the Mean Girls using this upcoming DLC. So the world itself is Onderon. And you've got 3 different neighborhoods. One is Verdamar, and that is where the Sword in the Stone is, and where swordsmanship, is brought to the fore. Dambale is an artistic neighborhood that is supposedly based off of South Africa. But there have been a few people that have pointed out that, yeah, it really doesn't. It doesn't look much like the African countries that they're claiming it's based on. EA, that's all I can say. But yeah, Dambale is a warm artistic neighborhood. And then there's the Zandera tree, which is a thing that you can, for Anansi's Trials, I believe. And then there's Bellacord, which has the mirror. There's also secret passageways that let you move between lots and treasure chests with rare finds. There's families. The family trees are getting a complete revamp, according to the Sims team. Publicly announced that they're revamping the family tree, which is really cool. And yeah, it's just absolutely awesome. They released all these new details, by the way, via their Discord and their forums. So if you want to take a look at all the information yourself, head on over to the official Sims forums, where you can get some news. But yeah, I am so looking forward to it all. It's gonna be so cool. Looking forward to it. Right, we are into our final 20-minute focus session. Let's get our stuff done. 20 minutes, muted microphone, music's gonna be turned up, and it's focus time. And there we go. That is our final focus session for the day. I I did one thing and a bit of another. Um, it's my own fault that I've got a bunch of. Oh, sorry, I did two things Yeah, I did two things: one big thing, one little thing, and I started to work on another big thing. So it's totally my fault that I've got lots of big things. One of those things. McLeod, hello, hello. Now you know what was missing from your Monday morning. Coffee. Is that what was missing from your Monday morning, McLeod? But welcome in. How are you doing? Glad as always to see you. So yeah, tomorrow we will be continuing. We'll be doing a Tuesday morning. Tuesday? It's tomorrow Tuesday. Yes, it is. Sorry, we'll be doing a Tuesday morning work with me live stream starting at 10 a.m. GMT UK time and going on until noon, and then continuing at 2 and going on until 4. Today was an exception because I had a phone appointment with the gender clinic. So yeah, it's fine. And McLeod, you do like big things. Phrasing. And you're doing all right. Glad as always to hear it. Glad to hear it. But yeah, we got a bit done today. As you can see there, that's all the things that I got done today and have started on now. So I'm gonna continue working on that. Cheat sheet is gonna be a big thing. So I was talking with my YouTube coach, and he suggested that it would be a good idea for me to, because I do all of these Sims 4 how to cheat in the Sims 4 videos, and I'm like, and I have these cheat sheets that I create, and in the videos I link to the individual cheat sheets for free. People can if you play The Sims 4, you can go and you can find these cheat sheets. You can do a screen grab of them, or download them yourself for whatever, and you can have them for free. But him and I were talking, and it's like he's like, oh well. I'm like, how can I further monetize my channel to bring in a little bit of extra money? And he's like, well, you do all these cheat sheets. Have you thought of collating all of these cheat sheets into one folder and selling all of these cheat sheets for like £3? He's like, that way if people want all of them downloaded, to be able to download all of them at once, they pay you £3, and they've then got it all in one handy folder, which makes sense. To me anyway, that makes a lot of sense. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That is what I'm going to be doing. McLeod, it's not cheating if you've created them. It's handy hints and tips. Exactly. Yes. Handy hints and tips and codes to input into your game to get the results that you want in the game. That is exactly what it is. But yeah, so I need to collate all of my cheat sheets into one document. I need to create all of, put them all into one big document, zip that document up, and I'm working on putting them over on Gumroad, because that is the only place that I know of that I can sell stuff. I don't know what Gumroad's if they take a percentage, but from what I understand, Gumroad is pretty good if you want to sell like stuff like that, like a course or a book, that's of cheat codes and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. Hi Jeebs, we're back to strategy guides. We've always been at strategy guides, except not on paper from the local game shop. Exactly, yeah. The future is digital, don't you know? Come on in. It's fine. Hold on. I have tea. Okay, so these 101 cool cheats, hints, and tips for gamers, 1997 edition, 4.99. I like it. I like it. So yeah, I've got tea. Paul's home. Tea. Yeah, Paul is home from college. He got his new Furby in today, and he has noticed. I just put it on his dresser amongst all of his other Furbies, and he immediately, of course, he immediately noticed it, and he's been playing with it. I heard him turn it on. Uh, so he did come in during the work section, during focus session, and he's started talking to me, and I'm like, mate, about his Furbies. Not that he's got a new Furby, but talking to me just in general about Furbies. I'm like, mate, I am live streaming right now. It does say do not disturb on my door sign. And he's like, Muir finished streaming at 4 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, okay, that works. He is so cute. He really is. He is so excited about this 10th Fur. He gets so excited about his Furbies. It's unbelievable. But there you go. I'm sure he will show his new Furby to you all on Friday night after Minecraft. So if you want to see it, if you want to see his new Furby, just make sure that you're here for the Friday night live stream. Jeeves! Exclamation. Oh, hold on. It's plural. It's plural. There you go. There's there's multiple Furbies. Opting is it purple? You only want to see if it's purple. It is purple. It is called the Purple Plum Fairy Furby. I'm not even kidding. That is what it's called. It is not as purple. It's like a darker purple than his Voodoo Furby. So his Voodoo Furby is purple with pink worked through the fur, and this is just pure purple. It is literally plum, a plum purple color. Very, very pretty. Bees, did you know Paul likes Furbies? He has them in every form, even biblically accurate. Oh dear, oh dear. He has 10 Furbies now, and he wants to buy even more. And I'm thinking at some point, he's gonna have to start giving up his other plush toys. Which I think I might have to start him if he says he wants to buy another Furby. I'm gonna have to tell him that he's gonna have to get rid of some of his plushies, because his room, or some of his other toys at the very least, because his room is so stuffed full of Furbies and other toys, you literally cannot walk on his floor. There's a little tiny skinny path that goes from his door to his bed, but it's literally like 1 foot wide. So you have to walk 1 foot in front of the other. Like you're balancing on a tightrope in order to get from his door to his bed. It is unbelievable. McLeod, don't be cruel. We are, once we decorate his room, he's gonna have shelving. He's gonna have a desk that's attached to the wall, and a shelf that goes over the top of the desk, so that he can put his Furbies on the top of his desk and his shelf. So that will hopefully help. And we're putting a Kallax, a 4x2 Kallax shelf in his room as well. And we told him that he can decorate the Kallaxes, the Kallax cubes, because Kallaxes are cube shelves. We told him he could decorate those so that his Furbies get their own bedroom. Well, only 8 of his Furbies, but some of his Furbies will get their own rooms. And we're like, you can buy some wallpaper, and you can wallpaper the inside of the Kallax shelves to match the Furby's personality or color, and you can get them little furniture and little toys and stuff like that to decorate their room. He loves that idea, so that's what we're gonna do as well. So, yeah. Opting, it sounds like it needs a tunnel in which to store more Furbies. Oh yeah, if only. McLeod, they do a thing like a hammock for plushies. Yeah, he's got one. It's overflowing. It literally cannot hold any more plushes, and we got him the extra large size. So, yeah, he's got that full of plushes. His bed is full of he's got a large single or a small double, depending on your point of view. It's one whole side of that bed is full of plushies. He's got like this much to sleep on, you know, width-wise of bed, because the rest of it is just covered in plushies. He's got to get rid of some of his toys. Opting a very small triple, something like that, yeah. McLeod, bless him. He just, you know, he loves stuff. Bees, you spilled your Furbing water all over. Your Furbing water, huh? I like it. McLeod, maybe he needs a bigger room. We'd have to buy another house if he wants a bigger room. All these rooms are the same size except for this. This is like the smallest bedroom in the house. It really is. But yeah, he's got his room is the biggest. The other two rooms are more square. His is rectangular. The other two bedrooms are square, but they're smaller, slightly. You know, less square meterage, so to speak. But yeah, we gave him the option. We're like, Paul, which room do you want? You can have this rectangular room or this square room. And he chose the rectangular room because he said it was bigger. It does look bigger, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's narrow. It's narrow, so it's barely fits a bed lengthwise, if that makes, widthwise, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain because my brain isn't letting me explain it, but it's fine. But yeah, you all will see his Furbies on his new Furby on Friday. I'll make sure that he brings it in and shows it off, because if I have to put up with 10 Furbies, so do you. Nah, he loves it, and I know for a fact that he's gonna have me buy more Furbies. Which reminds me, I need to contact Will, Will Toy Clearance, here on Twitch, because he says he's got a couple of Furbies, that Paul can have. So I need to contact Will and find out which Furbies he's got and see if any of them are ones that Paul doesn't have. So we'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Okay, so let me just think here. I'm trying to get rid of... I have got like 5 billion tabs open from the tasks that I was doing during our focus sessions today. I have way too many things opened up. As you do, as you do sometimes. It's fine. It's fine. So, my friends, yes. McLeod, even more Furbies. Yeah, he wants more. I don't know how many he wants, but he wants more. He has 10. And he keeps telling me, I want this Furby, I want that Furby, I want the Twilight Furby. And I'm like... Jeebs, Furby, Furbocalypse, something like that, yeah, Furbocalypse. But yes, fun times, absolute fun times. Opting, it's inevitable. This is basically how you get Signet. Oh yeah, totally. McLeod, did they do keyring Furbies? No, opting Skynet. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Bees, who is Focus and why is he in sessions? Foe is our friend. Foe makes sure that we pay attention to things, and that we live in the moment and practice mindfulness. That's it. But yeah, McLeod. Unfortunately, they didn't. Paul only wants the 2012 Furbies, the 2012 model of Furbies, and he doesn't want any other Furby except for the ones that came out in 2012, because he's weird like that. Um, and unfortunately, yeah, they did not make keyring sized Furbies back then, which is, they should have. They totally should have. But he does have a Furby keyring. My housemate, who has a 3D printer, 3D printed him the letters, FURBY, on a keyring. So he's got one of those. My housemate is also going to be 3D printing Furby light cases for, LED fairy lights. So he's going to be buying 3D printing these cases that look like Furbies, that the silhouette of a Furby, and they're going to go over the lights. So, but he's currently 3D printing Paul a bespoke train with 3D printed rails and carriages and chairs. So each Furby has its own chair. The chairs, 2 chairs go on each carriage. And you put the Furby in the chair, and you can, at the moment, pull the train around the track, which... Alright, Paul doesn't want to wait until Friday. This is Paul's new Furby, everyone. Did you not want to wait until Friday? Opting very plum, very Furby, yes. So what's your Furby's name? No, it's personality. It's a Valley Girl. And what is it? What kind of Furby is it? It's a plum fairy Furby. You go on. Go. We'll do emotion faces in just a minute. McLeod, that is a cute Furby. It's adorable, yeah. It's supposedly a rare one. It was so expensive. But he wanted to buy it, so it's his money, But I keep telling him he can only buy one Furby at a time, unless they're a multi-buy, But he can only buy one Furby at a time, and he has to wait until that Furby gets here, arrives before he can buy another one. That is the restriction. Opting, it looks like there were 20 2012 Furbies made, so we're halfway there. Oh dear. McLeod, purple is a great color. I don't suppose you can have a list of the 2012 Furbies that were created, do you, Opting? That way I can I can print it out, and Paul can put check mark every one that he's got. You'll send me a link, thank you. The things we do for our kids. Anyway, shall we go and give a raid? I'm thinking that we should go and raid Gav and... Actually, hold on. Let me check to see how long each person has been streaming. So I've got 3 follow channels on my list. Oh, okay, it's fine. Yep. We'll go and raid Gav and Jew today. Gav and Jew have been streaming for just under 2 hours. So you've gotten your entire stream community fascinated with Postman Pat. And his black and white cat. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, sorry. And his... It's so easy. It's so easy to get, Anyway, McLeod and this black. You too, McLeod. Okay, let us go and raid the. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Let's go and raid the one and only Gav and Jew, or should I say the two and only? But it just looks like it's just Jew today, so I don't see Gav there, just Jew. We will go raid the wonderful Jew, and I will see you all. They're playing Grim Legends 2, in case you're wondering. I will see you all tomorrow, 8 a.m. No, 10 a.m., not 8 a.m. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. UK time. Until then, my friends, please stay safe, stay hydrated, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And expect more Furbies on Friday. Because you've got them all loving Patton, bitterly hating Peppa. Oh dear, I like it. And the cloud, 8 a.m. No, I know, I'm just getting out of bed at 8 a.m. 10 a.m. 10. 10. Unless you're over in North America, in which case it's like 5 a.m. or something like that. It's way too early. Anyway, bye for now.